I forgot to mark the occasion of our arrival in our grid, but we are here. I have a search plot that looks like it was drawn by a 5-year-old, but it will work. There you go, that's a little better. That's just a temporary one. It's not going to be exactly how we patrol, I'm sure, but so far no contacts. We've only been in here for a couple hours. But thinking that we're going to run into some stuff because this should be a main convoy lane. So hopefully I can actually make a legitimate attack on a convoy. If I do run into a similar convoy to the one that we ran into before, I will attack it. Meaning that if it has a bunch of neutral ships, I think I'll still go ahead and launch an attack on it just because... why not? I mean, we don't get penalized for it. It is historically inaccurate, yada yada yada, but we're playing this for fun, and I'd like to actually try to see if I can do a proper convoy attack rather than just, you know, going for the biggest ship in the convoy and running away like a scared child once I sink it. So that's the plan for now. No contacts as of yet. I'll let you know once I run into something. Man, I was really starting to freak out because we haven't had any contact for a couple days. I know that we've been kind of spoiled, but there haven't been any radio contacts or anything. And I was starting to think that the game was broken. But that's the nature of Silent Hunter. It's feast or famine. But yeah, it's been, in the words of Bjork, it's been oh so quiet. And also, in the words of Bjork, every morning I walk towards the edge of a mountain and throw little things off, like car parts, bottles, and cutlery, or whatever I find lying around. It's become a habit, a way of starting the day. Meanwhile, we have a ship of some sort, of some ilk, that is at 270, or 271, I suppose. Supposedly moving away. I'm surprised that my hydrophone operator was actually able to pick it up, but actually, let me check the range. I say that, but my ability to detect ships seems to be much better than my hydrophone operators. That's not an unreasonable range to be able to detect something at, so I shouldn't be so hard on them. But let's change course south, because I think that they are heading that way. Oh yeah, we need to actually pick up the pace here. Surface the boat. Let's go ahead full. They're really hauling. They're hauling oats. I wonder if I should turn off my recharge. It's pretty, the night is young. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to standard propulsion. And just kind of see if I can get a little closer. Actually, I guess I was kind of cheating what I did earlier, finding that they were at 13 clicks away. Let me do that. Spotted. At 9 minutes past midnight, it is actually more like 11 p.m., 23:10. I cannot, for the life of me, push the right buttons. Okay. This looks fairly similar to the contact we encountered before. But it does not have funnels in the back. What color is that flag? What is that? Is that Panamanian? Oh, he's not heading due south either. God damn it. The buttons. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, that's definitely Panamanian. You know, I'm willing to attack neutral contacts in convoy, but this guy's just sailing solo. think I'm gonna let him go. Mostly I'm just cheered by the fact that, I'm actually getting contacts here, so that's fine. I'll just, damn it, I'll just go into the conning tower for no reason. We'll, sail away. And, let him go on his merry way. But that's good news. I don't know how to approach the neutrality thing. I do feel kind of ahistorical sinking neutral contacts, especially like Panamanian ships at this point. I mean, it is still September 22nd of 1939. I should, you know what I should do is do a little research and see when that became a little bit more commonplace, if not accepted. But yeah, it feels weird, because in GWX, I think that's really the core of the problem. Is like I'm playing Silent Hunter as a GWX player, and GWX has hard, wait for it, it has hard rules about engagement. You can't, you don't get renowned, for instance, for sinking neutral targets. So that's my heritage, as that is concerned. But that's okay. We'll let him go. And why don't we do a dive real quick? And I'll take a listen. I wonder if I can hear him. Yep. Just barely. I can't hear him. Oh, I can't hear him over the sound of my heater.
Beide Maschinen, kleine Fahrt. 50 Umdrehung.
But like I say, it's a relief that we actually had contact. Otherwise, there are no contacts. Sonar's clear, except for that dude. So we'll just head back north and see if we can run into something else. And so our time in grid CG-46 draws to a close without a single torpedo fired. I could have shot one at that Panamanian ship, but just didn't feel right. Didn't feel like the decent thing to do. And in looking at the ships sunk in the month of September, courtesy of uboat.net, almost all of them were British. There were a couple of Finnish ships sunk, actually, and a couple of Estonian ships, I think. There was an Estonian ship there, at least. But almost exclusively British. And so I don't think that would have been considered good form to have sunk a Panamanian ship. So I feel sort of okay with my decision. I know it doesn't make for the most exciting viewing, but whatever. Hey, guess what? It's time to get new orders. I'm going to set a status report. Oh, patrol another area of your choice. Well, the world's our oyster, I guess. Really, the western approaches are our oyster. Now, in my previous career, I think I sailed through the Irish Sea once. That was kind of a nightmare. Tell you what, let's see if we can take a peek at Lock U. I think that we haven't done that in a setting where it was a challenge, I guess. I remember popping in there before, but I think it was with my probably shoddy install of Living Silent Hunter 3. So there wasn't any challenge there. But this appears to be a little bit different, at least. A little bit different in the challenge of the game, so... Because, I mean, escorts do things, so that's a start. So, that's our tentative plan. It's not a great plan, but I feel like checking it out. I feel like paying it a visit. And, you know what? If we sink stuff on the way, that's fine. If we end up using all of our torpedoes on the way, that's fine, too. That's just an abstract goal. It's just... that's the star on the horizon that I have set my course towards. So, There you go. I don't know anything about navigation, in case you were wondering. So onward to lock you. Well, it's a good thing the captain likes to take a turn at the hydrophone, 'cause I've discovered a contact at long last. It is at about 1:55, we'll say. And we're off the coast of Ireland. It has been that long since I've detected anything, since anything interesting has happened. Yeah. I'm a little punchy. I'm a little randy. A little lancy in my pantsies. But, yeah, let's mark that out. Is that the right? Nope. 150. Incredible. Just great. Okay, well, I'm gonna change my course. Change my ways. Sort of. Alright. Good deal. See if my hydrophone operator decides to detect that. Who do I get to chew out for that? Tengu and Aver's Fudge. Yeah, I could say some very unkind things, gentlemen, but I choose not to. I'm a kind, benevolent captain, and you know what? You goofed. And it's your fault. You did a bad thing. But hopefully you've learned your lesson. Hopefully you know better now. See? Wouldn't I be a great boss? And sure, go ahead and drink on the job. Why not? Court Marshal Schmort Arshel. Hi, I'm Schmort Arshel, attorney at law. Hi, I'm Schmort Arshel, fantasy book villain. Alright. Schmort Arshel is the arch nemesis of Cumrag Darkfist. It's canon now. Alright. Wow. Let's dive. Let's see if we can hear this dude on the hydrophone. I wasn't really giving it the beans here. Wasn't really goosing it. Hopefully we can still hear him. Yeah, he's there. And my heater's going, so... is he sailing away?
Vorne um 10, hinten kommen auf 5.
I think there's a distinct possibility that he is, so I'm gonna chase him. The hunt is on. Let's turn off the recharge and haul ass. Now, you can see the seas are a bit rough, so that is going to affect our speed a bit. Oh, well there. Oh, he wasn't sailing away then. So if he was sailing away, I wouldn't expect to catch up with him so quickly. And indeed, based on the drift of that little square, I can tell you that he's sailing roughly north-northeast. But I'm going to observe him a bit. You know what? We're also going to slow down. And fortunately, we're not going to be silhouetted. The moon is ahead of us. I believe the game will make you more easily detected if the moon is behind you. Now I can see the ship, and I can't really tell what it is, of course. There's a million different ships it could possibly be. So I'm just gonna actually get uncomfortably close. I'm not going to respect his personal space. And good, yes, good. It's a Panamanian flag. Great. Fantastic. Panama. It's Panamania here in the Atlantic. I'm gonna shoot it anyway. Because fuck it. I've had enough. Oh my god. Because nothing has happened in the entirety. Oh, good. Here we are. In the entire time between here and somewhere there. It's just been deathly dull and boring. And you can imagine, really, as a U-boat captain, you would get a little bit tetchy. You might mistake a flag every now and then. I mean, your job is to sink ships. I'm gonna dive. And, I mean, let's be honest, this guy's probably hauling freight either to or from Britain. Seems legit. I don't know. Probably not legit. But anyway. I don't have a... Oh, you know what I should do is I should actually bring us to, like, 11. 11 meters there. Alright, so now we can hopefully have a chance of not having the scope washed over. And so there's 1 billion different ships this could possibly be. I'm going to move closer. I think I might have... Well... Closing in on him on the surface was probably not prudent. Hey, why is the line gone? Did he stop moving? I doubt it. That's a better view. Definitely Panamanian. You know, I did some education in the time between my last update and now. I read a little bit about Panama as a flag of convenience, as it is sometimes derisively termed. It's more correctly called a open registry, I guess. But apparently, and you're gonna love this. So back in the 20s, America banned alcohol. Can you believe that? What were we thinking? So, yeah, Prohibition, 1920s, and American captains were like, who wants to go on a boat and not get drunk? That's right, nobody. Let's register our ships in Panama. And so they did. That's how that industry kind of came about, because, of course, Panama didn't have Prohibition. I should start trying to identify this jackass. So I'm waiting for him to get a little bit closer. I would say that this is going to be one of the endless variants of the MKFM sort, but we'll get a little bit closer and then we'll make that assumption. It's certainly not going to be a tanker, so we'll just click on by. Just click away, Renee. So, we're getting into some interesting ships, but this is all based on me assuming that there's no king post or anything here. I don't think I see one. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. I think it's just going to be an MKF. So we're in the MFMs, so this means we're getting close. But it's not that. Huh. MKFKM. Is there a king post behind the cabin there? I don't think I see one. So yeah, there are MKFMs. That's what I thought. Oh, joy of joys. So we're looking for what is distinctive about this. And if I sound strange, it's because I'm leaning in. I really want to get a good look at this guy. My head is a little bit away from the microphone. Like Tazon Day. in chocolate rain. This is possible. Anything is possible. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. So this is not it. I don't think. Now, some of you out there have said, well, why don't you just tell your crew to identify it for you? I don't know. I feel really ambivalent about that. Just doesn't seem... I try to play by the Quaker Oats rule set. Try to look for the right thing to do. But my god, this is difficult. The other thing too is that these are all fairly similar. Oh my god. Okay, so one thing I'm going to base it on is the position of the lifeboats. So yeah, I think that that's helpful. I'm going to say it's that. I don't have to actually lock that in, but it's okay. So, let's speed him out, since, oh, nope, let's not do that. Because we need to stop the boat in order to do that correctly. And stop. And stop. I'll just say stop now. There. Oh, perfect timing. Wow. Wow. What a talented captain. I want to be able to actually see the fucking boat, please. Thank you. Alright. And we gotta watch real close. And that was 40 seconds. Wow. Okay. So he's not really moving all that quick, I wouldn't imagine. So... line up the time on the outer middle ring with the ship's length on the outer ring. So that was 40 seconds lined up with 126. 6 knots. Okay. Oh, actually, I do still need that. Not that. 6. We'll say 6. So line 6 up with top wedge. It's a little under 6. Look for the ship's height on the outer circle. That is 29. And it's going to be right about there. He is approximately 1900, we'll say. Since I tend to overestimate it, I'm going to say that. And then let's put his AOB in. It's something like this. We're in business. Alright, so get rid of that crap. Everything's adjusting accordingly. Let's just quickly double check to make sure that that's reasonable. Our range is wrong. I have to live with it. I don't want to cheat. What's his draft? 9.5. Let's see what happens here. It's a little early. Alright. The torpedo is away. I'm gonna watch it on the scope. I don't really do that too often. Well, fuck. God damn it. Okay, so that happened because the seas are rough, and the torpedo probably breached. He may not have seen that. Let's hope he didn't. I'm going to reduce his range a smidge. Just because I know now that, hang on. There we go. Let's actually adjust his AOB too. Do it. Do it. But he would be closer anyways, because he sailed closer. Okay, that looks like a pretty reasonable solution. And did that get set? So my... It says M there. I think I set it to an impact. We'll find out, though. And... Gosh, I don't know if I really like that solution too much. We'll see. Well... I should shut up, because that looks pretty goddamn good. Oh boy. Right in the middle. Oh golly. We got some secondaries. I think we got him. I think we just sunk him. Let's take a look. Yep, enemy unit destroyed. Right down the middle. Take that, Panama. You and your stupid hats and your canal. And your relatively lax maritime regulations. Not too shabby. Hey, what did I identify him as? I identified him incorrectly. I identified him as an MKF-MH. Which is good, because it looks like I have more... Well, it's not good that I misidentified him, but... 126, mast height of 29. Oops. 126, mast height of 29. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. Alright. Down he goes. And I feel fantastic. It's good to actually be able to sink a ship without having to resort to the deck gun to finish them off, because also we may not have been able to use the deck gun in these waters, but what a relief. Cool. So we have another... How many tons was that? Almost 6,000 tons in the bag. Mark it, dude. And we are going to make our way towards Lock U once again. If we run out of torpedoes on the way, that's a-okay. But that's the plan for the now.